Hey everybody, welcome to the Cancer full moon reading that's going to be happening on January 17th of 2022. Of course, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so a normal moon already impacts us because, like we always say, we're water, and the moon, the tides change, our inner world changes. So with the full moon happening, just imagine the amplification of whatever emotion that you're going to be feeling around the time is going to be feeling huge. So just keep that in mind as the full moon comes in, and focus on what you want to amplify. And if you're amplifying a dark shadow emotion and you want to feel it deep. But just know that if you want to switch it up, you do have the ability to switch your focus onto a different emotion to amplify that instead. So this is what we're going to look at first, just real quick on this intro. Just the full moon in general has a cycle, not only like about every month, 28, 29 days, the moon phases from the new moon to the full moon. It also goes through this huge 6-month-ish rotation from the new moon in the sign to the full moon in the sign. So the last new moon that happened in Cancer is actually back on July 9th of 2021. So if you go back and look at what was going on around that time for you, because that energy was about new beginnings in our private life, like forward movement in our connections with people or connections with places that we hold dear. So really relationships and that home feeling, and also could have been around your self-care, because this is all about your private inner world, the Cancer sign, the moon, nurturing type energy as well. So when you're looking back and seeing what was beginning then when we look into the full moon in Cancer, then you can look at what is leaving you, it's like this culmination, whatever seeds you planted during the new moon have come to a harvest, and now you're harvesting it. Then you're like, okay, what am I wanting to remove based on my journey over the last 6 months? Because now you're going to be on the 6-month journey on your inner world from this full moon to the next new moon in Cancer this year. So this energy of the full moon in Cancer can bring these feelings as if things are being resolved, or you're receiving revelations of the emotionally hidden, because the moon energy does help us get into the subconscious, the unconscious, kind of step behind the veil. So you might also have these feelings as soon as those revelations come in, because it is bringing you this inner conclusion, this inner resolution. So you might feel like, okay, I get it, all is well, or you feel at least that it soon will be. So for this reading today, for each of the zodiac signs, we're going to be looking at what emotions are you ready to let go of? What emotional waters are you ready to travel on now that you've made this journey halfway? So we're going to go ahead and jump into your specific reading right now. All right, all my Aries, this is your Cancer full moon reading. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Ancestral Path Tarot. This is just going to be the answer to that question. What emotion are you ready to let go of? Or what emotion are you ready for a transition to happen? All right. So this is going to be your card right here. And you have the High Priestess. And I actually was going to mention her when I was talking all about the moon, because she is all about the moon. She is the one that steps behind the veil there to be able to connect to those deep, unknown, unconscious, hidden truths or information that is within you. So with her popping up here under what emotions are you ready to let go of, you're ready to let go of the fear of the unknown. So during this time, you're really going to be able to connect to this place of just being able to be, not to be concerned about the future, not to be concerned about what is truth, what is not truth on the outside world, because you're able to go inward and find out what your capital T truths are. And there's this knowledge too, I feel in this scroll for you, that you are able to just really connect to this deep, like I said, the capital T truths of who you are. And within that, it allows you to question all these small t truths of the outside world that you were taking on as your own, and that have brought you a lot of emotion, that have brought you a lot of fears of being rejected, because so many of them were contradictory. This person told you this person told you that, and they're contradictory. And so you're like, well, when I'm with them, I'll act like that's true. And when I'm with them, I'll act like that's true. And hopefully I'll never meet them both at the same time, because then I won't know what to believe. And it's kind of like this has happened. Like you've gotten to this point of like, I'm just tired of all this contradictions of the outside world, and you're ready for the truth. So that is kind of part of how you're just able to let all that go, because you just don't trust so much of that in the outside world anymore. We're going to dig in a little deeper here with these Naked Heart Tarot and just find out more about this hiddenness, this just your flow with you not knowing about the outside world, because you're really starting this inner focus on your inner truths. All right, so we're going to just kind of pull 3 cards, or 3 sets at least, like the week before this new moon, the full moon, the week before this full moon, the week after the full moon, and 2 weeks after the full moon, which brings you up to the next new moon that will be happening. So for our Aries, what do you want them to know? Okay, the week before, the week after the full moon, okay, and then the second week after. Okay. Okay, well, you get to see the end result early, which is cool. So we'll start here because it showed itself first here. And you have the Innocence of Cups, which would be the Page of Cups, I believe, in this deck. And in fact, let me just verify that, because I know Innocence, and actually they want me to read something from that anyway, so let's just look at it here. Yeah, the Innocence of Cups is the Page of Cups in a regular deck. And yeah, this says, I am the innocence of my emotional needs. I'm being encouraged to spend some time with my emotions and learn to connect with the full array of them. Mindfulness and curiosity can help create internal balance and connectiveness. And so this is also telling you to learn about your intuition and the power of sensitivity that it holds, which is totally the High Priestess. Feelings are free-flowing with sweet intentions, highly imaginative and expresses the imagination. You're extremely in tune with others' feelings, and you're sensitive to them, and you dream with big ideas and endless possibilities. You speak from the heart. The other thing that the Page of Cups represents, there's 2 things. Pages, of course, they're usually, like it shows like a young whale here, and this is about this newness, this new stage, this new level of emotion that you're kind of stepping up into, which makes sense with whatever you're going through here, and with this deep reflection that you're doing. Yeah, no kidding, that you're going to be stepping up into this new place of your emotions, because you're becoming so familiar with them, with this amazing water energy that's coming in, which Cancer is water as well. So the other thing that pages are messengers. And so, they were the hear ye of the olden days. And because this cups is the emotions, you also are going to be getting messages, like emotional messages that are coming in. Whereas before you would, have more, I'm going to say mental kind of messages. this is like your heart. Like when it says speak from the heart, you're going to be feeling these heart messages by the end of this little journey here, where you don't, like we're talking about, your mind doesn't need to figure it out. You're just going to feel, and it's this knowingness that comes through your heart. Because the other thing that they bring is this, they actually bring you the Ace of Cups. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail. And what is within that is the living waters of the spirit world, the living essence of what our Creator is, which is unconditional love. It's actually what your higher self is made of. So as you're doing this internal journey, this is what you find. This beautiful, unconditional love from within. Something that's stable, something that's eternal, something that's unconditional without any conditions, which is totally opposite of what you're tired of on the outside world. These are the capital T truths that you see. So, but the week before the full moon, they actually want me to work backwards. That's interesting. So the week after the full moon, you have the Two of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. It's not like how you make decisions. And I love this Two of Swords because one is like I was talking about, making decisions by your mental side, but the other one you can see here, the moon, is at the end of this sword, which is about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, trusting those inner emotional feelings. And this is anchor, is what's anchoring you down and grounding you. So whereas before you've been losing faith and trust in those contradictory things in the outside world, you're finally finding something that is helping ground you, help anchor you, and oddly enough, it's your emotional world instead. So I love that. And then the week before, you got the Heart of Wands, which would be the Queen of Wands in a regular deck. So wands are your drive, your ambition, your passions. It also represents your spiritual energy. And in a regular deck, you'll see the Queen of Wands with the black cat, because, this is fire energy. It's your passion. It's your heart energy. But all of the queens, all of the hearts in this suit, they all bring the water energy. They all bring the cups energy in with them, the divine feminine. And what that does, you normally will see the queen, like I said, with a black cat, but you'll see like the page, the knight, and the king with the lizard or a salamander of some sort. And what that does is it protects those individuals from the heat of risk, because when you have this passion and this drive, you're wanting to do something with it, and the pages, the knights, and the king want to do something, and they're energized to do it, and that salamander helps them feel safe for that risk. Well, the interesting thing is the queen doesn't have a salamander or lizard. She has that black cat normally, and that is because she doesn't feel like she's taken a risk, because she has so gotten in tune with the unknown, connecting to the spirit world, that she feels like she has this eye in the sky that is bringing her information, where she doesn't even feel risky at all. She's able, with super confidence, to fine tune and pinpoint where she's focusing her energy and how to do that. So they're really focusing in on that, and it's weird. I don't know why they want me to do this, but they're doing it this way. They're saying, now that you see the story, start from here and work this way. So really connect to this unconditional love, to your inner world, and do this. Then you start putting into practice and start using it to make decisions, trusting your gut, seeing the truth, seeing those synchronicities and those answers come in the outside world as well. And then you're able to just really focus that energy and get things done and move in this new area with this new passion that you're finding. And I really feel like there's this, like I said, these capital T truths that you find. One of the big ones that you're finding is what your true passion is, what you really want to do with your life. Again, those contradictory, I keep on hearing contradictions from the outside world, and you have all these dreams that you've been given and handed over, that you've been told that you are supposed to, this is your dream, and you've been like, okay, and all these dreams are contradictory, and you're like, I don't feel, one, you feel scattered, another, you feel exhausted trying to fulfill all these dreams, and the other is you have no passion behind, or hardly any passion behind it all, where you want to do it. And so with this turning inward and really understanding what it is that is in those hidden places of your emotions, you're finding your passion, you're making decisions based on that, and you are making forward movement, and you have this spark and this new drive that happens for it. So this would be the week before the full moon. The full moon happens. You have the week after the full moon and 2 weeks after the full moon, right before the next new moon. So that is exciting. I don't know why they did the reversal, but maybe it resonates with you that, it's like, yeah, maybe you want to know, I need to know the end. Okay, now that I know the end, the end is the beginning. And it just is like this mirror. It just flip-flops. So I hope that resonates with you, because I've never had that happen before, and that is very interesting. But I always trust Spirit that they have the perfect message for you in the perfect way. So a little bit of yin-yang, zigzag going on for you there. But and that makes sense with you being Aries. You like that fire, you like that movement, you like things exciting. So a little plot twist for you. All right, well, I do not have anything to add there. I just want to let you know, in addition to these readings, of course, I do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, etc., and a variety of others. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and then that will make the notification bell pop up. Click on that, and then you can set your setting to be notified immediately. Also, if you're enjoying these readings and want to help spread the love, if you want to give this reading a little thumbs up and click the like button, that just helps the mighty YouTube algorithm share the video with other people as well as a recommended or suggested video. So never any pressure to do that, but if you feel so inclined, I greatly appreciate that. All right, all my dear Aries, have an amazing full moon experience, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.